Everyone, I have some more stamps to try, and I thought these sentiments about coffee were really lovely. Coffee when your brain needs a hug. With good and enough caffeine, all things are possible. Coffee is always a good idea. I tend to agree that. Time to treat yourself. A little something to perk you up. That would be a good one with the percolator. I do have a percolator somewhere, I think. I'm not quite sure where. Anyway, I thought I'd use one of those. These odd sort of mixed media-y type background stamps. I thought I might use these two again. I've dug out, this is a Crafter's Workshop. Yeah, the Crafter's Workshop. And I thought I might use some of these, like, you know, where you put your mug down kind of stuff. I did find this one too, which is a memory box one. Rings and Puddles, that one's called. I could use that one actually. In conjunction with, I've got a couple here, I forget the make of these, of just kind of coffee beans. And I prefer, I think this one that's more sort of random looking than that one, which is more uniform. So, do I use that or perhaps I use this one? And what I thought I'd try today is some inking. And of course, I've got ground espresso. Had to be done, didn't it? Perhaps use that for some of these. That would be quite nice in a bit of an arc like that, perhaps. Splotches and rings. I thought I'd try this one with some embossing paste. But this time, rather than just use it straight from my tub, I would put some onto a little mat and add, I've got some dark brown Brusho, and this is Brusho as well from their Sprinklets box, the Sprinklet kit, and this one is pearl. So I thought if I mixed pearl with brown, with dark brown, and a bit of my embossing paste, which has got white acrylic paint in, might work for the coffee beans coming down. And I've also got some Gummiapan, well, a Gummiapan carry out coffee dye there. And I've cut 4 of those, and I thought I might make 2 cups out of them. A bit of colouring and whatever. So we'll kind of see. So the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is this is for a 5x7 card. This is my 5x7 panel. So I think I'll use, I don't know if I've ever used this, and I've had it for years, absolutely years. Let me just put a few of those on down at the bottom. So there's my brush. Here's my ground espresso. Let's have a go. Let's just see. Don't know what it's going to be like because I haven't used it. So let's have a look at that. Oh, that's all right. Let's put that away. Now I think I'll do some of this stamping, and I'm going to do this all in ground espresso as well. So let's get this little chap. I will put it on a block. I did wonder about using it just in my fingers, but I will put it on a block. I think the numbers go that way. It doesn't matter if they don't actually. That's fine. It's really nice. You wouldn't think it was the same colour, would you? I'll put that for cleaning. Let's do this one. There we are. See if it's straight or not, really. Right, let's have this one. That's okay. There. Right. Now I'm going to try and mix some of this embossing paste with those colours and just see how we get on. Just a little bit. Okay, that's enough. Now let's put some of this dark brown into it. If it's not dark enough, I can always put some black. Just see how this mixes in. That's not really coffee colour, is it? It looks kind of goldeny brown. Let's find some other colours to mix with that. What shall we have? Here's my Brushos. There's a light brown. I wonder if what colour that is. When I first had these, I couldn't use them because I tried to take the top off, and of course you get so much powder out. I didn't know what to do with it. It was just everywhere. So somebody said to me, you just make a hole with a pin and then you can get sufficient out of there. Now this needs to be more yellowy to my mind because it's not kind of coffee coloured. I need some yellow in it. So what have we got? I am looking for gamboge, this one. Let's have a look at this. Let's see if that does the trick. It's getting more towards the colour, isn't it? It's more yellowy. Coffee is a yellowy brown as opposed to a chocolate brown, if you know what I mean. I think it needs some more yellow. This is just says yellow. Let's try just yellow. It's getting nearer to that, isn't it? Can you see? It might actually do, because it's going to dry slightly different colour, I think. That's not far off that colour, actually, is it, on there? Shall we try? Let us see. Where's the one I wanted? It wasn't that one that I've just dropped in the thing. Oh, here, it's over here. I'll give that a wash presently. Right. Now, I have a fancy for this coming sort of down here-ish a bit. So let's try getting it together. Right. Right. Not bad. Not bad. Now, and you see I've got a splodge there from the top of where I was doing that bit of stenciling. So that's where a bit more stamping is going to save the day, I believe. So I'll just give this a quick wipe because I don't want it to ruin the stencil. And I'll put the baby wipe over this so that it doesn't dry out too much, because I may just decide I can use a bit more of that. I don't know, we'll see. Let's just put that over the top. Put that away for a few minutes. Right, now there I need a bit of something. What do I have? Let's have this one again. I'll put it onto a different block. Here we go. Let's put some more of this brown on. There we are. Now, I'll leave that to dry for just a minute. Looks like coffee, doesn't it? Put those over there. Now, let's just look, while that's drying, let's just look at what we're going to do with these. First of all, I'll join two together for each of them so that they've got a bit more substance. So just join one on top of the other. Okay, there are two. Here's another one. I think I may colour these sort of cardboardy sort of colour, and then have the white wrappers with maybe a little red heart on or something like that, but maybe perhaps that might be a good idea. Let me colour these. Now, what is a colour that's going to go with those? Let's have a look on my chart. This is the sort of thing I'm thinking. Maybe sweet vanilla or soft taupe. What do we think? Soft taupe, let's have that. There we go. Let's try this. Where's the other one? Not sure what I'm going to do with the lid. I think I may cut an extra lid actually, so that it stands proud of the cup. I think that's what I'm going to do, so I can kind of go over there a little bit. Make sure it's covered. Yep, I'll do that. I have so many offcuts like this one from making my card bases that that's what gets used for little bits of die cuts, that kind of stuff. There's one, and I'll just do one more. There we go. That embossing paste dries really quickly. Right, now I'll colour them before I cut them off. What do we want? Black, or at least a very dark brown. Let's do a very dark brown, that'll do. Okay, right, cut those off and stick them on. And this one. There we go. Looking for the top. That was silly. I don't know. Right, let's put these on. The lids. Do we want white labels? I think they might be quite nice, actually. About little red hearts inside. That might be nice, mightn't it, if we give them a little red heart. Okay. This is the colour. Fresh watermelon is the one that's reasonable red. I just don't know whether I would leave these white. I think I might actually. So the way to get those attached is just to put a tiny sliver of tape behind, and then I can attach the heart to that. Just a trifle too long. Okay, and we'll put the heart in. There we go. There's one. Could have put double-sided on here and then just peeled it off to stick it onto the cup, couldn't I? Didn't think of that until I'd already done it. Okay, let's put the other little heart into this one. There. Shows up more, doesn't it, if I leave that band? Does help if you put it into the right side. There we go. Right. 1, 2. All we have left to do now is to stick that on and do our coffee sentiment. So what are we going to, what shall we choose? And we've got another little mark there, so that seems like the sentiment's going to go onto a little something, doesn't it? Let me just stick these on and then I won't lose them. Chances are otherwise they'll just disappear like everything else. Okay. Needs to be not absolutely flush with the edge because it's got to have gone round it, hasn't it? And we'll put it down just a little bit. I might put a piece of foam tape down the middle of that. I think I probably will. Right, here we go. Want them there? Do we want them here? I think we want them there. That's what I want anyway. So I'm going to do this onto another piece of card so that I can cut it out and cover up that little mark there. So what shall we have? What shall we have? Here's a cup of gratitude. Just need to see how big a thing. Coffee when your brain needs a hug. I like that. Let's have that one. That is not a bad colour actually in the end with the mix of Brushos, is it? The pearl didn't make much of a difference. Perhaps I didn't put enough of that in, because it's not very pearly. Tell you what I can do, my old faithful glitter gloss. So let me just stamp this. I'm just wondering whether to stamp it with the ground espresso or to use a Stampin' Up ink or something. I'll try this one, see how it goes. Looks like I may have needed to put it into stamp platform. Let's just see how we go. This is a practice. Yeah, that's not good enough. Let's do it on the platform. Put that out of the way for a minute. I think this is going to be big enough. Right. Nothing in there. Right. And again. And one more time, I think. There we go. Right. Look at the difference in the colour after it's been stamped a couple of times. Makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Okie dokie. Now, I'm just going to do some of these. Go. Put the coffee on. Making me feel thirsty. Right, all I need to do now is to cut this out. So I can't get to my file with all my tags and labels in because the camera support is behind it. So I'm going to cut that out. I will do that in a moment. Put that on there on foam tape and then put the whole 9 yards onto my card base. So I will do that thing and then I will take a picture of the card, hopefully put the picture of the card at the end of the video so you can see what I actually did to finish it off. But I love these little coffee cups from Gummiapan, don't you? I think they're lovely. And I have got a little bit of twinkle on the coffee beans now as well. So thank you so much for watching. Do please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything at all. Nothing at all. And if you click the bell, then you would get notifications when I've got new videos for you to watch. So, as ever, thank you. And I hope I'll see you next time.